Hello and welcome back to Call of the Wild. Today I am continuing the walkthrough in Layton Lakes District. The list of DLCs using and the list of the guidelines for the walkthrough are in the description below. Thank you for joining me. If you are able, please play along. I hope for those of you who are playing along, hope your game's going well. Hope you're having fun. All right, and let's get this going. Let's get some fun going. So last was finally harvesting this black bear. Felt good. It was an okay shot. I've noticed a few times though, they kind of flip the animal on me. Have you ran into that too? You think the animal's facing one way and you take your shot. It's a good shot. You harvest it. When you go to check it, the x-ray picture kind of shows it a little differently. I don't know. Could be me. Alright, so I need to spot some black bear. And I am looking for coyote in an area void of coyote. I've gone through this section twice now. No coyote. I'm very much tempted to harvest a coyote from this zone right here to get the mission, the big coyote tour, finished. I am more or less a mission away from my 7mm, and I want that 7mm. So this is another coyote zone I can harvest from. There's 2 females here. It's a tough location. Got this one, and then also where that bear is at too. There are 2 coyotes in this location. I don't know what they are yet. Just discovered it. So I do have 2 choices. Right now, I want the third, but more importantly, I'm trying to get coyotes in the hiking village area. So I'm going to go ahead and click this back on. And let's give a quick run through. Looking for anything coyote. Tracks, locals. I don't think I've seen a single track, even in this area. I do need to spot some bears. If it's a coyote, it overrides. Coyotes have priority in this area, but I also do need to spot bear. Well, this might have been a dead end. I don't want to go around chasing a bear just for a spot. Especially when I need coyote so bad. So bad. Okay, so that's the bear walking towards. Alright, I'm not going to spend any more time on this. Let's go ahead and get back in the village. And so with my times for coyote that I have found so far, I do not know what coyotes are doing. I do know they are not drinking. They are not feeding. I am assuming that they are resting. And I'm basing that assumption under, you're in the wrong direction. I'm going to check it out. It's a coyote. I'm basing that assumption though on, I've got 2 feed zones for them already. I've got a drink zone and I've got 1 rest zone. So that's what I'm basing my assumption, that I'm missing 2 rest zones for coyote. Alright, yeah, this definitely looks like just a walker. This is a few of them. Where are they coming from? It's leading me not in the village. Look at this. There's 2 of them traveling together, maybe 3. This might lead me to an okay zone. Might lead me to a better zone than that drink zone. This might pan out. Ugh. I'm not happy though that it's leading me in the total opposite direction from the area I wanted to be checking. I'm wondering if they're traveling from zone to zone. I'm going to continue on. I've come this far. And then I'm going to fast travel to the outpost to get back to the other part. Unless I lost it here. Okay. Get back to the track. I can't travel up this, so it's gotta. It's also traveling with that other one. At least it was. So if I can find that other coyote track, that might help. Well, seems like I lose a lot of tracks on scat. So we do have another coyote track here. Is this that other one? Yes, it is. I'm wondering if the tracks have disappeared. No. Huh. Well, I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. So it does make sense to fast travel back. And now I'm going to try and cut this way. I want to see if they're going this way. But I did spook them. So this might not work if they were headed to that zone. I'm hoping they were heading to that zone. That's all it truly is. Well, bears are secondary. If I spot one, I spot one. Alright, what do we have here? That's not coyote. Well, I found a zone. Looks like a... Okay, it's a rabbit zone. Couple animals here. Alright. Still grinding this area. Rabbits. Alright, I'm gonna check that out. Could be a flea. Or not a flea. It could just be a wandering rabbit. Alright, I'm not gonna chase a rabbit too much. We got bear. Thought I heard something. Alright, let's get back to the coyotes. The known coyote track. I still have not found coyote tracks in this area, in the boundaries. So this is the rest zone I was wondering about. Could coyotes be resting here? Well, we got some elk. It's a tough zone. It's a tough area. So I did find another blacktail thyme. This was already a known blacktail zone. Some more elk. Looks like a good elk zone. Tough though, with these rocks and trees in your way. Oh, am I? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Okay, so this is the first. I'm gonna stick on this, stay on this. I want coyote tracks now. I want coyote tracks. I don't care about freshness. I can click on that though just to get a second track. So let's just click on it for track's sake. If I can find it again. There it is. Alright. And what a spot too. Tough spot. I don't have anything on me. That's okay. What's this coyote story? You know, where's it coming from? Where'd it go from here? It does look like a lone coyote zone. Uh, Again, you know, if I have to, I will harvest from it. It's to complete a quest. It's to complete a quest. I'm still doing good though with protecting or keeping the hunting pressure down. So overall, I feel I'm doing quite well in the spirit of keeping hunting pressure very low. Well, this coyote, it hung out here. It went to the restroom, and that's all it did. I'll get back on the track before I leave here. Do I still have that one track lit up? Nope. I did forget to cross-check the coyote track. With the animals I spotted down there, so, or at least we're tracking down there. So the coyote zone ended in 1400. It's now 1700. I'm wondering if the tracks have disappeared. This might be a great example of tracks disappearing. I can no longer see the coyote track either, or zone, rest spot. Tracks could have disappeared. No. It's a bear though. Very old. Well, good news. Good news. I'm very happy. So it's still 16. So let me check my notes real quick. Yep. I do not have the coyotes resting from 10 to 2. And so the next one should be from 2 2 to 20 kind of doesn't make sense, but from 2 to 4 doesn't make sense either. It very well could be from 2 to 8. Yeah, 2 to 8. So coyotes are still, I'm assuming, resting. Let's hit up this rest zone. Maybe I gotta finally something coming. This is a tough spot though. Tough spot. I'm thinking a ground blind or a tripod. Most likely a tripod if I can find a spot for it to stick. Oh, and this bear. So I saw something flee. It was right here. So an elk. Alright. Any coyote action? Elk and bear and blacktail are wonderful and all, but we need that coyote. Hey, look at that. Alright. Well, let's do a bounce like this and then do another shoot to this rest zone. See what happens. How are we looking on our time for the whitetail? So we still have plenty of time for that. All right. Come on, coyote. Funny thing is, so since I found the coyote rest zone, the only track I've found in this area so far has been just that one scat pile. These coyotes are elusive. So okay, so here's a question for us to think about. Let's just say coyote tracks do roughly last 2 hours. Does that mean their scat piles last for 2.5? So do scat piles last longer? What am I doing? I'm talking. Do scat piles last longer than foot track? Just some ideas to be playing around with and keeping our eyes out for. All right. What do we have here? Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, that's like, yeah. Well, I want to follow this tracks forwards and backwards. It does look like this animal's leaving. Not going to worry about that. So that coyote zone ended at 14 to 17. This rest zone ended at 14. So from 17 to 20, I'm missing a zone. I did think I was missing a zone. So yes, I am still missing a time from 1700 hours to 2000 hours. So it's been an hour, roughly, since this animal has been traveling. You can still see the tracks. Just keeping this stuff in mind. See if I can spot a bear, get lucky with spotting a bear. Well, I'm going to take a stab and say that's the coyote. I am going to check it out, even though it's leaving the zone. I just want to verify that it is the animal and it's left the zone. I will then go back to the tracks and see what I can do following it backwards. Oh, I saw it over here. He fled right away. Okay, or she. But yeah, fled right away. Alright, so the coyote I have been on. Yep. And I got a feed zone out of it. So coyotes are feeding from 17 to 20. So now I have all my coyote times. Unfortunately, this is outside the boundary. So we know coyotes are eating right now. Now let's go to this waypoint. Actually, this is okay. So let's go to this and we'll see where this coyote was coming from. Very nice. Just one, two. Okay. Persistence is paying off. And my scent is being blown that way. It definitely wouldn't hurt though to check out that feed zone. Maybe there's a new coyote, don't know about yet. Alright, so I'm back on its track. So its other feed site is much closer to the cabin. It's this coyote. Oh, that just would have been way too nice of them. Way too nice to give me a zone with multiple coyotes. Look at this. Quite a few. On a track here. Alright, so let's get back on this coyote. Alright, here's a track. Tough one. So perhaps tracks coming in, they don't last. So, or they do last, but if we think about it like this, if this track right here is roughly an hour and a half old, all right, and let's just say tracks do disappear around 2 hours, then it's the same when the coyote comes in. So if the coyote comes in and it rests here for, let's just say, 2 hours, and it leaves at 17, by the time it leaves, the tracks coming in are gone. It depends on how long the animal rested here. I'm just playing with the idea. Wonder what y'all think about it. Something to keep in mind if you don't have it in mind already. What's your game showing you? Well, let's go check this out. The wind is not looking favorable. That's okay. 180. It puts it roughly in that zone. Let's go check that out. We're going there anyway. Beautiful. Still want to keep on the lookout for a bear though. Though, with the wind, the bear will smell us, so. Can use a spray if you like. I'm not going to on this one. Oh, well, I was about to say very promising sign, but it's a zone. So we got one carcass. This looks good. This looks good. I think I saw another carcass. Oh, it's the same animal using multiple carcasses. Because there's just like each zone, I believe the feed zones for a coyote is 3 carcasses. I think typically that's how that works. We can keep our eye on that as well. But this is one animal. I like this zone. It's not wonderful, but it's got a great vantage point, a great line of sight from over here. A ground blind, easily, nothing special. got a good line of sight. I like this zone. This is a good looking zone. You know what? Let's keep our momentum going. Keep this going. Keep this going. Yes. Sometimes the times that you go to look for the animals can greatly help your success, you know. Sometimes if you're too late or too early, you just don't know. If you don't have all your zone or a lot of your zones found, it's kind of hard to kind of guess or picture where they might be. I know you've seen me skip over a lot of rabbit and turkey and other zones, potential zones. But when you're just playing for, you know, your enjoyment, which I am, but when you're just playing for your enjoyment, you don't really want to skip all that. You kind of want to check it out. Alright, so this looks like maybe this was not a zone for them. Perhaps one animal? What it's looking like? Okay. So, two different times. Nice. Let's go ahead and put that there. So far, this one is a yes. And I think maybe this one. No, I think I might do this one. They are pretty close to each other. Let's just see what we get. That feed zone is a definite yes, though. I don't know. I do like the rest zone by the cabins a little bit more for visibility and all. I just don't like how close it is to the feed zone. I am now placing a marker here just to go check and see if we can see those tracks. By the time I get there, those tracks should be gone. And I'm wondering if the manure track will still be there. So I'm actually going to place this on the manure track. And let's, just for experiment, let's just see what happens. It's a little far away, but that might make sense for elk being in that zone. This time though? Yeah. Okay, makes sense. What do we have? What do we have? Blacktail fling. It is blacktail drink time, so that makes sense. I do not have a blacktail zone there though, or time there. But I am curious about these tracks. This has been a very productive run. I finally got some coyote in this area. I got some good coyote in this region. I am going to pull from, I believe. Okay, so yeah, this one. I believe this one had multiple animals, I think. I don't remember now. No, it just had the one. But I still have, I've made a lot of great progress. Alright, so look at that. The dung is here. Scat is here. The tracks is gone. Interesting experiment. We'll experiment further. So let's go ahead and jump to this outpost. And that is it for now, y'all. If you enjoyed this episode, please give a thumbs up. If you haven't already, and this is content you enjoy, please subscribe. If you're playing along, go ahead and hit that notification button so you get updated when new videos come out. Thank you for joining me, and enjoy the rest of your day.